This Christmas I give you a battle, and the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, give it to someone special, special. What is up, zebras? Merry Christmas! Well, it's actually Christmas Eve, but, I'm probably not going to be able to get a battle uploaded, maybe, on Christmas Day. Maybe Santa Claus will work some magic. But as you can tell, this is going to be another battle against Lance, Kari. This time, it was the same night, but we decided to do another battle. We wanted to play with, we're drinking some more, and it's like, let's do another battle. So we did another battle. I'm pretty much still using a lot of the same guys you've been using, because I don't really have that many Pokemon. But I had no idea what he was bringing. But then again, when I looked at the team, when he sent me the video, when I saw the team and I saw this replay again, it was like the bulkiest team ever, because you got Skarmory, Suicune, Cofagrigus, Sableye can be kind of wallish at times, and then you also got Umbreon, his signature thing, which is just fucking stupid. But yeah, it's just like looking like it's, well, I didn't know what was going to happen, but it probably was going to be a mess of some sort, something like that. But I'm going to be on the other side, since this, I had to download it from his side. So, and it's funny because right when the battle started, my frames on my computer just dropped. Like, I was just recording this battle took like 45 minutes, so I had to figure out the clip speed and how fast I needed to pace it at. But he's going to send out with Aerosmith his Skarmory, and I have my Jolteon, of course. Wally West going to go for the Volt Switch or Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, obviously, because I can just Thunderbolt whatever the hell I want. I don't know if I can, but I am. But he switches out into Cofagrigus. And the thing that worried about me with his with what's his name, his the Skarmory, because he was playing with Riolu with the copycat and prankster stuff, shenanigans, so I thought he was going to do that, so I was just going for Thunderbolts. I should have probably just kept going Thunderbolts, but I thought Expert Belt would boost my Shadow Ball to do a bit more damage, but it actually did a little bit less, so I think that's kind of sad, but luckily I do get a Spadef drop, and the Shadow Ball does really nothing to me, because, it is a Cofagrigus. I'm guessing he's more invested in the defensive sides, and it's a Jolteon. It's not bulky, but it can at least take a hit. So he's gonna go into his Aurora, which is a Suicune, and the Trick Room's still up, so he's definitely gonna be faster than me, since Wally is the fastest thing ever. And I was kind of tempted to U-turn out. I mean, not U-turn, but Volt Switch out, just to see what would do, what kind of Suicune he was running or whatever, and maybe save Jolteon for later. But I figured, just Thunderbolt the fuck out of it. If I'm pretty sure it should do a shit ton of damage. Even with +1, it does like over half. So I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking, +1 Hydro Pump from Suicune. I can take that. No problem, right? No problem. But turns out I can't. So that's kind of a downfall, because it is a Hydro Pump. So I thought it was resisted, but I don't think so. I think it might be, but it doesn't matter. I got Marky Mark. I got my Machamp. He's going to make you sweat. Can you dig it? I'm going to hit it with the Dynamic Punch. And then this is just the tale of the night for Lance. Was just, confusion was just against him the whole night. Well, except for like a couple of bits, but he just did not love being confused. So he's actually going to snap out of confusion. He only had one turn of confusion, which is great for him, so he's going to be able to rest off. And I'm like, oh, and it's like Resto Chesto, because I thought it was going to be maybe a Rest Talk one, or I wasn't sure if he was running like Rokun or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But he's got the Rest and Chesto Berry, and he's going to wake up, and he's just going to be like, oh, look, I'm back at full HP, and I go for the Cross Chop. I'm like, hey, maybe I try and get a crit, because, I'm going to get pressure stalled eventually, so, I don't want to waste all of my Dynamic Punches. But here he decides to go for Icy Wind, just thinking I would switch into something just because, I'm not doing a lot of damage to it, because it is a Suicune, but I figured, you know what, fuck it, I'm a Machamp. I can take any hit from this thing, because Machamp's just naturally bulky, so I'm like, alright, Dynamic Punch again. We're going to go with this confusion shenanigans again. So he's confused again, and I think actually he gets past it and actually hits a Hydro Pump. So it's like, lame. So Hydro Pump happens, but does like barely half to Machamp. So I'm like, Cross Chop, boom. And I think I get max damage there, and I'm actually able to take out the Suicune without a crit, so hooray! Now in comes Aerosmith, and I'm like, okay, what's up, Skarmory? What you gonna do to me? You gonna hit me with Brave Bird? You gonna whirl me out? Nope. He's gonna set up a layer of spikes, so I'm like, okay, fine. Dynamic Punch. I just don't give a shit. I'm just going to confuse everything with Dynamic Punch because Machamp is dynamic in all the ways. But it actually does about close to half, so I'm guessing he might be running specially defensive Skarmory instead of physically defensive Skarmory. But it still does a good amount of damage considering it is neutral, so he's got himself in confusion, which is awesome. And he has the rugged helmet, or the Rocky helmet, so I'm like, I don't really want to, start hitting him, so... Well, not hitting him. I don't want my Machamp to die, so I was like, yeah, maybe I can go for the Rock Slide, but then I was just like, Rock Slide's not going to do much, and he's probably going to be able to roost, but he actually goes for the Whirlwind since I was faster, and I was able to just smack him with another Dynamic Punch to take him out. So it's going to be a double down, and he's going to go into Matoya, which is his Sableye, and I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, God damn it, Prankster Sableye. But luckily, I went into my Dragonite, so I'm like, okay, whatever he wants to do to me. He's done this before to me on previous battles that we've had. He has a trick with Iron Ball, so I was like, okay, whatever, don't care. I keep thinking he has Will-O-Wisp, but that doesn't matter because I'm a mix attacking Dragonite, so I have Hurricane and I have like Dragon Claw and Fire Punch, so I'm not too hurting for it. So I'm just gonna go for another Hurricane, and I missed the first one, which is sad because it would have been nice to get damage on that Sableye, but then he would just probably just end up recover stalling me until I miss. But he brings an Umbreon. It does nothing to it, but I do get the confusion, and Lance was just... He was just like, get me another shot, because this shit is retarded. So, he goes into Halcyon, which is Metagross, and I'm like, okay, well, I know his Umbreon probably can't do shit to me. It has Snarl. I was thinking it's probably a Snarl one, but that's a different name, so it's probably a whole different Umbreon. So, go for the Dragon Dance. He goes for the Agility. I was like, wait, you're faster than me? Then I forgot I had the Iron Ball, so I was like, oh, okay, well, Fire Punch. So, go for the Fire Punch just to do shit ton of damage to the Metagross. And I was thinking maybe I'd get one hit kill, but nah, maybe get a bird. Nope. So, he's gonna hit me with the Zen Headbutt, and he's like, Psychic Gem powered Zen Headbutt. I'm like, what is this? He's like, let's get the flinch. And I'm like, hey, Lance, guess what? I haven't got a Dream World Dratini or a Dream World Dragonite, so I'm rocking that Inner Focus. Hit you with a Fire Punch, get out my face! I'm rocking that 4th Gen Inner Focus freaking Dragonite, Lee Dragonite, yo. Oh, you want to fake me out? No problem. Boom. So, goes back into Matoya, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for Hurricane, because you're probably going to Will-O-Wisp me. But he chooses not to because he's going to actually attack. And he actually hits me with Nightshade, and Nightshade's going to do 50 damage to me because we are doing the infrared battles. So, everything's auto-level to 50. And I think I end up living with, like, 4 HP. No, I was at 55. And he did the Nightshade, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll live, cool. So I'm going to smack him with a Dragon Claw as he recovers up. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm guessing he doesn't have the Will-O-Wisp. So he's going to trick me back my Sharp Beak. And then, like, I guess I'm still thinking it's in my head. And I'm like, I'm going to go for the Hurricane and try and confuse this guy. So he tricks me back my Shark Beak as I go for the Hurricane. So he powers up my Hurricane again and just demolishes the Sableye, even though he had like third of his HP left, so it doesn't really matter. But Umbreon comes back in, and I'm like, alright, Dragon Claw, let's get that big crit and get this thing out of my face. But actually it doesn't, and he goes for Sub, and I'm like, what the hell is this, Lance? I have never seen this Umbreon that you've used. You've always had Snarl with Toxic and other stuff, and I'm like, maybe you're running, I don't know, does Umbreon get Focus Punch? I don't think so, but I was like, hey, maybe he has Sucker Punch, but he doesn't. But I'm gonna break this up with Dragon Claw just because I am faster, so I guess he gave me the Iron Ball, he took the Iron Ball back so he could be slower than me instead of being faster, I guess. But he goes for the Moonlight just to get his HP back, and I forgot how much PP Moonlight had, because I could have just tried to just stall him out, but I'm like, you know what? I have 5 other pokes, so I don't fucking care. I have 5 other pokes, and I can just demolish this Umbreon with whatever I choose. So he keeps setting up his freaking substitutes as I'm going for Dragon Claws, and I think I end up trying to go for a Fire Punch, because this is going to end up being like the rest of the match. Sorry, Moonlight. I try to go for the Fire Punch. I'm not too worried about the Synchronize because it'll kill me, but it'll burn him, and then I can bring in like Scizor, or I can bring in, because I have Scizor, and Scizor is like awesome because I use it on like every team now, because it was like my first Pokemon to level 100 in Black and White too. And then I have Gyarados, I have Minccino, and then all this other shit. But bring in Scizor, I'm like, whatever. don't give a shit. Go for sub. That's fine. I'm going to pull a Ferris wheel, and I'm going to go for +6 on Swords Dance, and just demolish the shit out of this Umbreon. I just do not care anymore. We're going to end it here. Gonna go for the Swords Dance. Gonna get +2. I'm adamant. Max attack. I actually have 31 IVs and attack, and 252 in the EVs, and I have 394 max attack, which is the most baller thing ever. But he hits me with payback, and he gets a motherfucking crit, and I'm like, damn it. And this Scizor is actually it's more offensive Swords Dance, so I'm not the bulkier type. I haven't bred a bulkier one with defensive EVs and Roost and all that, so maybe I'll do one, but Mandy just holds the key to my heart, so maybe I'll just gen one later and name it Wancho, because that's what we do. So he hits me with the payback. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's not doing shit to me, so I went for the +4, but I'm not going to be able to go for the +6 because of the crit, which is sad, so I have to go for the break and break a sub and hope he gets like min damage or whatever, because when I was looking at it when I was kind of drinking, it looked like I could live with like maybe like 4, and then I could probably finish him up with a Steel Gem Bullet Punch with +4. But as you're going to see, this match still has like 3 minutes left in it, and that's not the case. And he actually, Umbreon is kicking my ass, and I was like, shit. I'm like, okay, well, no problem. Problem solved. I got Richie. I got my Moxie Gyarados. Jolly Nature, Dragon Dance. I'm like, alright, let's see how much Waterfall does. Maybe I can get a flinch on this thing. Just start flinching it to death, but it's not really doing that much. And that payback, I'm like, okay, I can take a payback. I'm a goddamn Gyarados. I can take anything. After rocks and that, I'm looking like, okay, maybe I can set up like 1 or 2 Dragon Dances on this thing. So, I don't think he knows I have Dragon Dance. He just saw that I had Waterfall, so I'm go for the Dragon Dance. I think he hits me with another payback, or maybe he goes for the sub, just because, no, he actually goes for Moonlight, because he knows Waterfall ain't doing shit to me, so he's going to go for the Moonlight. Thankfully, he didn't go for sub. So, I'm like, okay, he's at full HP. He's going to want to set up a sub. So I'm going to go for Dragon Dance. I'm going to go for Dragon Dance. He's going to set up a sub, no problem. Then I can start waterfalling the fuck out of everything. So if he has a sub and hits me with 1 payback, I'm not too worried about it. So he goes for the sub, which is great. So he goes for the sub. He's like, I'm behind the sub. I can do whatever I want. I'm like, okay, you can either hit me with the payback or you can Moonlight. Those are your really only 2 options, because I don't know what your other fucking attack is. So I'm going to go for the waterfall, easily break this goddamn sub, and get this thing out of my face. And I think he's going to probably want to go with Moonlight, because he wants to run the risk of, he doesn't want to run the risk of, he wants a better chance of living, but he actually goes for the payback. Does a shit ton of damage to me, but I'm like, no problem. At least he didn't Moonlight. He's got a little bit of HP. Well, he's got a lot of HP, but then I fucking misclick, because Dragon Dance and Waterfall were right next to each other at the bottom, and I tapped the middle, and then went Dragon Dance instead of Waterfall, and I'm going to die to a fucking payback. And I'm like, really? Motherfucker, things are looking very grim. I have a Dragonite with 5 HP, and I have 1 more Pokemon left, and it's a Chinchino. Oh yeah, it was 4-1. Because I was like, okay, Dragonite, get a burn on this thing so his paybacks don't do shit, and Chinchino can just clean house. So I'm like, Fire Punch, burn. Nope, payback. Motherfucker, Dragonite, you didn't do shit. Well, you took care of Sableye. You did something, but you did in the clutch when I needed the burn. You did not get the burn. So this Umbreon is still here, and Lance is getting giddy as fuck at the table. He's like, oh man, I got this. And I'm like, alright, Chester, we got that Silk Scarf, we got that Tail Slap, we're gonna fuck shit up. Alright, get 1 crit. I'm loving it. Let's go for 2. We get 2 crits, and I'm like, oh, Chester, you gonna win this game for me. We bitch slapping him with Tail Slap. So, hit 5 times, he's down to 11 HP. He goes for the substitute. Fool, you too weak to set up a sub. And then just pretty much clinched the game, and Lance just like closed his ES. He was just like, I quit. So he gave up. Oh, he didn't give up, but he ran. He didn't want to give me the pleasure of knocking out that goddamn Umbreon, which would have been awesome, because it killed like half of my team. His Umbreon literally put in the most work for his goddamn team. That thing was annoying as shit. If you ever want to battle someone with an annoying-ass Umbreon, battle Lance. So that's my Christmas gift to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you have a great Christmas and, get everything you want. I have to wrap actually some gifts, so I'm going to go do that. So I will catch you Zebrasexuals later. Cheers.